mirror's gaze. I'm sprawled on a musty couch in a loft apartment on Pine Street, Boise, Idaho. The air cool, sharp, smelling of old varnish and something metallic, like blood dried in the cracks, the stench twisting my gut, making my eyes water. The floorboards creak, their groans uneven, casting faint shadows across the exposed brick walls. My Nokia flip phone silent on the coffee table, its battery low, each creaking needle in my chest. It's June 1st, 2011, 10:05 p.m. My Airbnb stay for a weekend getaway. My hands tired from lugging my suitcase, mind frayed from dodging work stress, and my brother's rants about my flaky plans. I booked this place last week, drawn to its cozy artist loft vibe on Airbnb, hosted by a guy named Carl, who left a key under the mat and a note about Wi-Fi. The place feels off, though, the air heavy, like it's watching me. I've been here since noon unpacking, but the mirror in the living room, a cracked antique, keeps catching my eye. Its glass foggy, like it's breathing. When it reflects my face, wrong, eyes too wide, mouth bleeding. My blood chills, my breath shallow, like the air's turned to rust. The mirror pulses my name, Jess, scratched in the frame. Timestamp June 1st, 2011, 9:50 p.m. The reflection hissing, smelling of iron, showing my secrets, lying to my boss, skipping therapy. My fear of being alone in Boise's quiet. I touch it, hands trembling, but the bedroom mirror shifts, my name clearer, my face warping. Blood dripping from my reflection's eyes. My friend Tara texts my phone, voice panicked. Jess, that mirror in your Airbnb is glowing. It's timestamped May 31st, 2011, 10:15 p.m. A photo of the window, my shadow inside, my name in the glass, pulsing alive. The air thickens, floorboards groaning, shadows stretching, mirrors glinting, my name in their sheen, hungry, like something ancient trapped in the glass. I check the front door. It's locked, but scratches mark the frame. My name in the wood, blood seeping. A shadow moves outside, too tall, eyes glowing red, mirrored shards trailing, whispering my name. I dial Carl's number, fingers slipping, but his voice crackles. Jess, don't touch the mirrors. His tone sharp, unlike his Airbnb messages. My phone buzzes, a voicemail from an unknown number, a glassy screech chanting my name, mixed with my own breathing, recorded inside the loft. My skin burns, cuts opening on my arms, blood pooling, like the mirror's hunger slicing me. My pulse a drumbeat of their glare. Tara texts, I'm driving over. But the TV flickers, showing the living room, mirrors reflecting my name, blood swirling alive. The loft hums, walls pulsing, shadows curling into glassy claws, my name in their grip, my thoughts fraying. My mom's worry, failing my career, my fears, pulling me deeper. The mirrors hunger a trap. I'm trembling, pacing the hallway. The mirrors screech louder, my name a wail, like shards in my skull. It's 10:40 p.m., the loft quiet, but the TV glitches, showing the bedroom, mirrors glowing, my name etched in the glass, blood dripping alive. I grab a flashlight, heart pounding, and creep upstairs, the stairs creaking, air thick with that metallic stench, like blood dry. The bedroom mirror is fogged, my reflection bleeding, my name pulsing, claw marks on the frame. I touch it, glass cutting my hands, blood oozing, my name screeching. The bathroom mirror shows more, my name carved deeper, my face melting, shadows moving, forming my body. I call Tara, voice breaking. The mirrors are alive. She's skeptical. Jess, it's just stress. But I know it's paranormal. The mirror's not normal, tied to something ravenous, knowing my shame. I search the loft, finding a locked closet door, my name scratched in the wood, blood hissing, spelling reflected. I pry it open, flashlight shaking, revealing a pile of shattered mirrors, my name etched in each. Timestamp June 1st, 2011. Tara arrives, banging the door. Jess, let me in. But the screeching drowns her, glass rising, slashing me, my name in the cuts. I show her the closet, her face paling. We need the cops. But Boise police won't believe living mirrors. The air grows colder, glass thickening, claw stretching. My name in the sheen, the loft alive, my curiosity a chain. The mirror's hunger growing, my thoughts unraveling. It's 11:55 p.m., the screeching deafening, the loft shaking, mirrors glowing, shards swirling, forming faces mine terrors, eyes glowing, claws reaching, my name in their glare. I drag Tara to the living room, showing the mirrors, now pulsing, my name in their reflections. She screams, "This isn't real." A shard slashes her arm, blood streaming, my name in the wound. We call the police, my voice shaking, but Officer Hayes scoffs. "Vandalism? File a report." I try Carl again, his voice sharp. "You touched the closet, Jess." The mirrors grow stronger, the screech a roar, my name pulsing, shadows slashing, my name in their bite. Tara and I barricade the bedroom, my breathing ragged, glass seeping under the door, spelling my name. I find a priest's number, Father Ellis, and call, begging him to come. He arrives at 1:30 a.m., June 2nd, 2011, his face grim, but the shards swarm, claws snapping, blood dripping, my name in their eyes. He prays, but the mirrors laugh, echoing my secrets, proving they're not just glass, something ancient, feeding on me. Tara, bleeding, shouts, "Smash the mirrors!" But the shards grow, glass coiling, my name in the pile, the loft shaking, walls cracking, my thoughts, my brother's anger, my failures, my isolation, fueling their power. Father Ellis flees, yelling, "This is cursed!" leaving us. The mirrors unstoppable, their screech a scream, my name locking us into the fight. It's 2:50 a.m., the glass crawling, claws chattering, blood streaming, the loft a maze of reflections, my name everywhere, pulsing alive. Tara and I run to the closet, shards swarming, claws slashing, blood splattering, my name in the wounds. We find a cracked mirror, its frame glowing, and I smash it with the lamp, glass shattering, screams echoing my name, but more rise, claws piercing my legs, blood pooling, my name carved in my flesh. Tara swings a chair, smashing shards, blood hissing, but they reform, the screech louder, my secrets feeding them. I find a mirror with my face, claws grabbing my skin, my name in its sheen, and I realize it's my fear, my guilt, holding me back. I cover it with paint, screaming, the glass darkening, the loft stilling, claws fading, my name silenced. The shards fall, but faint glint lingers in my eyes, my name a hum. Dawn breaks, June 2nd, 2011, 6:10 a.m. The loft quiet, Boise skyline gray, my legs scarred, arms raw, the mirrors dim. Neighbors gather, muttering about the noise, their eyes clear, no glass. Tara's arm is bandaged and she hugs me. We're okay. I leave the keys, Carl unreachable, his Airbnb profile gone. At home, I avoid mirrors, but my reflection flickers, my name faintly glinting. I become a painter, covering canvases, moving to Spokane, but every shiny surface makes my heart race. My name a faint reflection in my pupils, a gaze I can't escape. The whispering walls. I'm slumped on a creaky bed in a cabin on Lakeview Road, Traverse City, Michigan. The air damp, chilly, smelling of pine and something sour, like plaster rotting in the walls. The stench claw in my throat, making my eyes burn. The wind howls outside, rattling the windows, casting jagged shadows across the wooden floor. My Motorola flip phone buzzing on the nightstand, a text flashing, each vibration a hook in my ribs. It's June 5th, 2011, 9:50 p.m. My Airbnb rental for a solo retreat. My hands sore from hiking, mind frayed from dodging grad school applications and my dad's lectures about my wasted future. I booked this rustic lakeside cabin last month, hosted by a woman named Diane, who left a note about firewood and a landline. The cabin feels alive, though, the walls humming like they're talking. I've been here since yesterday, settling in, but the walls whisper my name, low, guttural, like they know me. When the whispers form words, my name, Luke, hissing through the cracks, My blood freezes, my breath shallow, like the air's turned to dust. The walls pulse, my name scratched in the plaster. Timestamp June 5th, 2011, 9:30 p.m. The sound grating, smelling of decay, spelling my sins, cheating on my girlfriend, failing my exams, my fear of being stuck in Traverse City's cold. I touch the wall, hands trembling, but the bedroom wall shifts, my name deeper, plaster crumbling, forming my silhouette. My friend Nate texts my phone, voice frantic. "Luke, the cabin walls are glowing." It's timestamp June 4th, 2011, 10 p.m. A photo of the window, my shadow inside, my name in the cracks, pulsing alive. The air thickens, windows rattling, shadows stretching, walls whispering. My name in their hum, hungry, like something ancient trapped in the plaster. I check the front door. It's locked, but scratches scar the frame. My name in the wood, dust seeping. A shadow moves outside, too thin, eyes glowing white, plaster trailing, whispering my name. I dial Diane's number, fingers slipping, but her voice crackles. "Luke, don't touch the walls." Her tone cold, unlike her Airbnb messages. My phone buzzes, a voicemail from an unknown number. A dusty is chanting my name, mixed with my own breathing, recorded inside the cabin. My skin stings, cuts opening on my arms, plaster dust seeping, like the walls hunger carving me. My pulse a drumbeat of their hum. Nate texts, "I'm coming." But the TV flickers, showing the living room, walls pulsing, my name in the cracks, dust swirling alive. The cabin hums, walls vibrating, shadows curling into dusty claws, my name in their grip, my thoughts fraying. My mom's disappointment, failing my goals, my fears, pulling me deeper. The walls hunger a trap. I'm shaking, pacing the kitchen. The whispers louder, my name a wail, like gravel in my skull. It's 10:25 p.m., cabin silent, but the TV glitches, showing the bedroom, walls glowing, my name etched in the plaster, dust dripping alive. I grab a flashlight, heart pounding, and creep to the basement stairs, the wood creaking, air thick with that rotting stench, like plaster decaying. The bedroom wall is cracked, my name pulsing, dust forming my face. I touch it, plaster cutting my hands, dust oozing, my name hissing. The bathroom wall shows more, my name carved deeper, shadows moving, forming my body. I call Nate, voice breaking. The walls are alive. He's skeptical. "Luke, it's just old pipes." But I know it's paranormal. The wall's not normal, tied to something ravenous, knowing my shame. I search the cabin, finding a locked basement door, my name scratched in the wood, dust hissing, spelling embedded. I pry it open, flashlight shaking, revealing a pile of crumbling plaster, my name etched in each piece. Timestamp June 5th, 2011. Nate arrives, banging the door. "Luke, let me in." But the whispers drown him, dust rising, clawing at me, my name in the cuts. I show him the basement, his face paling. "We need the cops." But Traverse City police won't believe living walls. The air grows colder, dust thickening, claws stretching, my name in the cracks, cabin alive, my curiosity a chain, the walls hunger growing, my thoughts unraveling. It's 11:50 p.m., the whispers deafening, the cabin shaking, walls pulsing, dust swirling, forming faces, mine, Nate's, eyes glowing, claws reaching, my name in their hum. I drag Nate to the living room, showing the walls, now cracking, my name in their patterns. He screams, "This isn't real." But a dusty claw slashes his arm, dust streaming, my name in the wound. We call the police, my voice shaking, but Officer Klein scoffs. Old house settling. I try Diane again, her voice sharp. "You touch the basement, Luke." The walls grow stronger, their hum a roar, my name pulsing, shadows slashing, my name in their bite. Nate and I barricade the bedroom, my breathing ragged, dust seeping under, spelling my name. I find a contractor's number, Mr. Hayes, and call, begging him to come. He arrives at 1:20 a.m., June 6th, 2011, his face skeptical, but the dust swarms, claws snapping, dust dripping, my name in their eyes. He tries prying the walls, but the whispers laugh, echoing my secrets, proving they're not just plaster, something ancient, feeding on me. Nate, bleeding, shouts, "Tear it down!" But the dust grows, plaster coiling, my name in the pile, the cabin shaking, walls crumbling, my thoughts, my dad's anger, my failures, my isolation, fueling their power. Mr. Hayes flees, yelling, "This isn't natural," leaving us, the walls unstoppable, their hum a scream, my name locking us into the fight. It's 2:45 a.m., the dust crawling, claws chattering, dust streaming, the cabin a maze of plaster, my name everywhere, pulsing alive. Nate and I run to the basement, dust swarming, claws slashing, dust splattering, my name in the wounds. We find a cracked wall, its plaster glowing, and I smash it with a sledgehammer, dust collapsing, screams echoing my name, but more rises, claws piercing my legs, dust pooling, my name carved in my flesh. Nate swings a crowbar, smashing plaster, dust hissing, but it reforms, the hum louder, my secrets feeding it. I find a wall with my face, claws grabbing my skin, my name in its cracks, and I realize it's my fear, my guilt, holding me back. I douse it with water, screaming, the dust dissolving, the cabin stilling, claws fading, my name silenced. The plaster falls, but a faint hum lingers in my lungs, my name a dust cloud. Dawn breaks, June 6th, 2011, 6:15 a.m. The cabin quiet, Traverse City's lake misty. My legs scarred, arms raw, the whispers gone. Neighbors gather, muttering about the noise, their eyes clear, no dust. Nate's arm is bandaged and he nods. We made it. I leave the keys. Diane unreachable, her Airbnb profile gone. At home, I avoid old houses, but my breath rattles, my name faintly dusty. I become a carpenter, building new homes, moving to Grand Rapids, but every creaking wall makes my heart race. My name a faint whisper in my lungs, a dust I can't sweep. The ticking clock. I'm perched on a wobbly chair in a farmhouse on rural Route 12, Springfield, Illinois. The air warm, stale, smelling of hay and something sour, like time rotting in the walls, the stench prickling my nose, making my eyes water. The grandfather clock ticks, its pendulum creaking, casting long shadows across the hardwood floor, my Samsung flip phone buzzing on the counter, a missed call flashing, each tick a jolt in my chest. It's June 8th, 2011, 10:10 p.m., my Airbnb stay for a quiet escape, my hands sore from exploring the fields, mind frayed from dodging job applications, and my mom's rants about my lazy streak. I booked this charming rural retreat 2 weeks ago, hosted by a couple, the Wilsons, who left a key in a lockbox and a note about the well. The house feels wrong, though. The clock's ticking too loud, like it's counting my breaths. I've been here since morning, settling in, but the clock's hands move backward, my name echoing in its chimes. When the ticking forms my name, Emma, my blood chills, my breath ragged, like the air's turned to rust. The clock pulses, my name carved in the wood, timestamp June 8th, 2011, 9:45 p.m. The ticks hissing, smelling of decay, spelling my secrets, lying to my friends, failing my internship, my fear of fading in Springfield's fields. I touch it, hands trembling, but the kitchen clock shifts, my name clearer, hands twisting, forming my silhouette. My cousin Rachel texts my phone, voice panicked. "Emma, that clock in your Airbnb is glowing." It's timestamp June 7th, 2011, 10:20 p.m. A photo of the window, my shadow inside, my name in the ticks, pulsing alive. The air thickens, clock stuttering, shadows stretching, ticks chanting, my name in their rhythm, hungry, like something ancient trapped in the gears. I check the front door. It's locked, but scratches mark the frame. My name in the wood, rust flaking. A shadow moves outside, too angular, eyes glowing gold, clock hands trailing, whispering my name. I dial the Wilsons' number, fingers slipping, but Mrs. Wilson's voice crackles. "Emma, don't touch the clock." Her tone sharp, Unlike her Airbnb messages, my phone buzzes, a voicemail from an unknown number, a ticking chant of my name, mixed with my own breathing, recorded inside the house. My skin burns, cuts opening on my arms, rust seeping, like the clock's hunger slicing me. My pulse a drumbeat of its ticks. Rachel texts, "I'm coming." But the radio flickers, playing static, my name in the noise, gears turning alive. The house hums, walls vibrating, shadows curling into ticking claws, my name in their grip, my thoughts fraying. My dad's disappointment, failing my dreams, my fears, pulling me deeper. The clock's hunger a trap. I'm trembling, pacing the hallway. The ticking louder, my name a wail, like gears in my skull. It's 10:45 p.m. The house quiet, but the radio glitches, playing the living room. Clock's glowing, my name in the ticks, rust swirling alive. I grab a flashlight, heart pounding, and creep upstairs, the stairs creaking, air thick with that rotting stench, like time decaying. The bedroom clock is stopped, my name pulsing, rust forming my face. I touch it, gears cutting my hands, rust oozing, my name ticking. The attic clock shows more, my name carved deeper, shadows moving, forming my body. I call Rachel, voice breaking. The clocks are alive. She's skeptical. "Emma, it's just old mechanics." I know it's paranormal. The clock's not normal, tied to something ravenous, knowing my shame. I search the house, finding a locked attic door, my name scratched in the wood, rust hissing, spelling timed. I pry it open, flashlight shaking, revealing a pile of rusted clocks, my name etched in each, timestamped June 8th, 2011. Rachel arrives, banging the door. "Emma, let me in." But the ticking drowns her, gears rising, slashing me, my name in the cuts. I show her the attic, her face paling. "We need the cops." But Springfield police won't believe living clocks. The air grows colder, rust thickening, claws stretching, my name in the gears, the house alive, my curiosity a chain, the clock's hunger growing, my thoughts unraveling. It's 11:55 p.m., the ticking deafening, the house shaking, clocks pulsing, gears swirling, forming faces, mine Rachel's, eyes glowing, claws reaching, my name in their ticks. I drag Rachel to the living room, showing the clocks, now moving, my name in their hands. She screams, "This isn't real." But a gear slashes her arm, rust streaming, my name in the wound. We call the police, my voice shaking, but Officer Dunn scoffs. Old house noises. I try Mrs. Wilson again, her voice sharp. "You touched the attic, Emma." The clocks grow stronger, the ticks a roar, my name pulsing, shadows slashing, my name in their bite. Rachel and I barricade the bedroom, my breathing ragged, gears seeping under, spelling my name. I find a clockmaker's number, Mr. Grant, and call, begging him to come. He arrives at 1:25 a.m., June 9th, 2011, his face grim, but the gears swarm, claws snapping, rust dripping, my name in their eyes. He tries dismantling the clock, but the ticks laugh, echoing my secrets, proving they're not just mechanics, something ancient, feeding on me. Rachel, bleeding, shouts, "Smash the clocks." But the gears grow, rust coiling, my name in the pile, the house shaking, walls crumbling, my thoughts, my mom's worry, my failures, my isolation, fueling their power. Mr. Grant flees, yelling, "This is cursed," leaving us, the clocks unstoppable, their ticks a scream, my name locking us into the fight. It's 2:50 a.m., the gears crawling, claws chattering, rust streaming, the house a maze of time, my name everywhere, pulsing alive. Rachel and I run to the attic, gears swarming, claws slashing, rust splattering, my name in the wounds. We find a rusted clock, its hands glowing, and I smash it with a hammer, gears shattering, screams echoing my name, but more rise, claws piercing my legs, rust pooling, my name carved in my flesh. Rachel swings a wrench, smashing gears, rust hissing, but they reform, the ticks louder, my secrets feeding them. I find a clock with my face, claws grabbing my skin, my name in its hands, and I realize it's my fear, my guilt, holding me back. I pour oil over it, screaming, the gears seizing, the house stilling, claws fading, my name silenced. The rust falls, but a faint tick lingers in my ears, my name a hum. Dawn breaks, June 9th, 2011, 6:20 a.m. The house quiet, Springfield's fields hazy, my legs scarred, arms raw, the ticking gone. Neighbors gather, muttering about the noise, their eyes clear, no rust. Rachel's arm is bandaged and she hugs me. We're okay. I leave the keys. The Wilsons unreachable, their Airbnb profile gone. At home, I avoid clocks, but my pulse ticks, my name faintly echoing. I become a watchmaker, mastering gears, moving to Chicago. But every ticking sound makes my heart race. My name a faint rhythm in my veins, a time I can't stop. The creaking floor. I'm curled up on a sagging couch in a bungalow on Maple Avenue, Asheville, North Carolina. The air cool, damp, smelling of wood polish and something bitter, like rot seeping from the floorboards. The stench knotting my stomach, making my eyes burn. The floor creaks, its groans uneven, casting wavering shadows across the oak walls. My LG flip phone buzzing on the coffee table, a text flashing. Each creak a thorn in my chest. It's June 12th, 2011, 10:15 p.m. My Airbnb stay for weekend escape. My hands sore from sketching the mountains, mind frayed from dodging rent and my sister's lectures about my aimless life. I booked this quaint artist's bungalow 3 weeks ago, hosted by a woman named Sarah, who left a key under a planter and a note about local trails. The house feels alive, though, the floor creaking my name, like it's stepping toward me. I've been here since yesterday, unpacking, but the creaks form words my name. Ava, echoing in the wood. When the floor groans louder, my blood chills, my breath ragged, like the air's turned to sawdust. The floor pulses, my name scratched in the wood, timestamp June 12th, 2011, 9:55 p.m. The creaks hissing, smelling of rot, spelling my secrets, skipping work, failing my art portfolio, my fear fading in Asheville's hills. I touch the floor, hands trembling, but the bedroom floor shifts, my name deeper, boards splintering, forming my silhouette. My friend Zoe texts my phone, voice panicked. Ava, the floor in your Airbnb is moving. It's timestamp June 11th, 2011, 10:25 p.m. A photo of the window, my shadow inside, my name in the wood, pulsing alive. The air thickens, walls creaking, shadows stretching, floor groaning. My name in its rhythm, hungry, like something ancient trapped in the boards. I check the front door. It's locked, but scratches mark the frame. My name in the wood, splinters seeping. A shadow moves outside, too tall, eyes glowing green, with shards trailing, whispering my name. I dial Sarah's number, fingers slipping, but her voice crackles. Ava, don't touch the floor. Her tone cold, unlike her Airbnb messages. My phone buzzes, a voicemail from an unknown number, a creaking chant of my name, mixed with my own breathing, recorded inside the house. My skin stings, splinters piercing my arms, blood seeping, like the floor's hunger slicing me. My pulse a drumbeat of its creaks. Zoe texts, I'm coming, but the TV flickers, showing the living room, floorboards pulsing, my name in the wood, splinters swirling alive. The house hums, walls vibrating, shadows curling into wooden claws, my name in their grip, my thoughts fraying. My mom's worry, failing my dreams, my fears, pulling me deeper. The floor's hunger a trap. I'm trembling, pacing the kitchen. The creaks louder, my name a wail, like wood in my skull. It's 10:50 p.m., the house quiet, but the TV glitches, showing the bedroom, floorboards glowing, my name etched in the wood, splinters dripping alive. I grab a flashlight, heart pounding, and creep to the basement stairs, the wood creaking, air thick with that rotting stench, like boards decaying. The bedroom floor is cracked, my name pulsing, splinters forming my face. I touch it, with cutting my hands, blood oozing, my name creaking. The attic floor shows more, my name carved deeper, shadows moving, forming my body. I call Zoe, voice breaking. The floor is alive. She's skeptical. Ava, it's just old wood. But I know it's paranormal. Floor, not normal. Tied to something ravenous, knowing my shame. I searched the house, finding a locked basement door. My name scratched in the wood, splinters hissing, spelling grounded. I pried open, flashlight shaking, revealing a pile of splintered boards, my name etched in each. Timestamp June 12th, 2011. Zoe arrives, banging the door. Ava, let me in. But the creaks drown her, splinters rising, slashing me, my name in the cuts. I show her the basement, her face paling. We need the cops. But Asheville police won't believe living floors. The air grows colder, splinters thickening, claws stretching. My name in the wood, the house alive, my curiosity a chain, the floor's hunger growing, my thoughts unraveling. It's 12:05 a.m., the creaks deafening, the house shaking, floorboards pulsing, splinters swirling, forming faces, mine Zoe's, eyes glowing, claws reaching, my name in their creaks. I drag Zoe to the living room, showing the floor, now moving, my name in its patterns. She screams, "This isn't real." But a splinter slashes her arm, blood streaming, my name in the wound. We call the police, my voice shaking, but Officer Reed scoffs. Old house creaking. I try Sarah again, her voice sharp. "You touch the basement, Ava." The floor grows stronger, its creaks a roar, my name pulsing, shadows slashing, my name in their bite. Zoe and I barricade the bedroom, my breathing ragged, splinters seeping under, spelling my name. I find a carpenter's number, Mr. Cole, and call, begging him to come. He arrives at 1:40 a.m., June 13th, 2011, his face grim, but the splinters swarm, claws snapping, blood dripping, my name in their eyes. He tries prying the boards, but the creaks laugh, echoing my secrets, proving they're not just wood, something ancient, feeding on me. Zoe, bleeding, shouts, "Burn the floor!" But the splinters grow, wood coiling, my name in the pile, the house shaking, walls crumbling, my thoughts, my sister's anger, my failures, my isolation, fueling their power. Mr. Cole flees, yelling, "This isn't natural," leaving us, the floor unstoppable, its creaks a scream, my name locking us into the fight. It's 3 a.m., the splinters crawling, claws chattering, blood streaming, the house a maze of wood, my name everywhere, pulsing alive. Zoe and I run to the basement, splinters swarming, claws slashing, blood splattering, my name in the wounds. We find a cracked board, its wood glowing, and I smash it with an axe, splinters shattering, screams echoing my name, but more rise, claws piercing my legs, blood pooling, my name carved in my flesh. Zoe swings a hammer, smashing wood, blood hissing, but it reforms, the creaks louder, my secrets feeding it. I find a board with my face, claws grabbing my skin, my name in its grain, and I realize it's my fear, my guilt, holding me back. I pour varnish over it, screaming, the wood sealing, the house stilling, claws fading, my name silenced. The splinters fall, but a faint creak lingers in my bones, my name a hum. Dawn breaks, June 13th, 2011, 6:25 a.m. The house quiet, Asheville's skyline misty, my legs scarred, arms raw, the creak's gone. Neighbors gather, muttering about the noise, their eyes clear, no splinters. Zoe's arm is bandaged and she hugs me. We're okay. I leave the keys, Sarah unreachable, her Airbnb profile gone. At home, I avoid wooden floors, but my steps creak, my name faintly echoing. I become a tile installer, laying stone, moving to Raleigh, but every creaking board makes my heart race, my name a faint groan in my bones, a step I can't silence. The flickering lamp. I'm sprawled on a lumpy sofa in a townhouse on Elm Street, Savannah, Georgia. The air warm, humid, smelling of old books and something sharp, like ash smoldering in the walls, the stench prickling my nose, making my eyes water. The lamp flickers, its bulb buzzing, casting jittery shadows across the peeling wallpaper. My Nokia flip phone buzzing on the side table. A text flashing, each flicker a jolt in my chest. It's June 15th, 2011, 10:20 p.m. My Airbnb stay for summer break. My hands tired from touring Savannah's moss-draped squares, mind frayed from dodging student loans, and my aunt's rants about my reckless choices. I booked this historic Savannah gem last month, hosted by a man named Paul, who left a key in a lockbox and a note about ghost tours. His handwriting neat, but rushed, like he was nervous. The house feels wrong, though. The lamps flickering too rhythmic, like Morse code tapping my nerves. I've been here since noon, sketching the oak-lined streets, but the lamp pulses my name, its light forming words, jagged and uneven. When the flickering spells Noah, glowing in the bulb's haze, my blood chills, my breath shallow, like the air's turned to smoke, thick with the weight of something watching. The lamp pulses harder, my name etched in the filament, timestamp June 15th, 2011, 10 p.m. The flicker hissing, smelling of burnt ash, spelling my secrets, stealing $20 from my roommate's wallet, flunking my history course, my fear of fading into Savannah's humid haze, forgotten like a ghost story. I tap the lamp, hands trembling, my fingers brushing the hot glass, but the bedroom lamp flares, my name brighter, light warping, casting my silhouette on the wall, twisted, eyes too large, mouth dripping ash. My friend Mia texts my phone, her voice panicked in the message. Noah, that lamp in your Airbnb is flashing weird. It's timestamp June 14th, 2011, 10:30 p.m., with a blurry photo of the townhouse window, my shadow inside, my name pulsing in the light, alive, like it's breathing. The air thickens, the lamp stuttering, shadows dancing across the floral wallpaper, the light chanting my name, hungry, like something ancient trapped in the bulb, clawing to get out. I check the front door, my sneakers squeaking on the hardwood, heart pounding like a drum. It's locked, but scorch marks scar the frame. My name burned into the wood, sparks trailing like fireflies, whispering Noah in a low, buzzing hum. A shadow moves outside, too angular, limbs too long, eyes glowing white through the window, light trails curling like smoke, hissing my name. I dial Paul's number, fingers slipping on the flip phone's keys, but his voice crackles through. Noah, don't touch the lamp. His tone sharp, urgent, nothing like his polite Airbnb messages. My phone buzzes again, a voicemail from an unknown number, a buzzing chant of my name, mixed with my own breathing, recorded inside the house, like the walls themselves are listening. My skin burns, sparks jumping from the lamp to my arms, blisters forming, red and raw, like the lamp's hunger is searing me, my pulse a frantic drumbeat matching its flicker. Mia texts, I'm coming, stay calm. But the TV flickers on, unplugged, showing the living room, lamps pulsing, my name glowing in their light, ash swirling in the air alive. The house hums, walls vibrating, shadows curling into glowing claws, my name etched in their grip, my thoughts fraying, my aunt's disappointment, failing my dreams, my fear of being nobody, pulling me deeper, the lamp's hunger a trap snapping shut. I'm trembling, pacing the narrow hallway, flickering louder, a buzzing wail, my name crackling like static in my skull. It's 10:55 p.m., the house eerily quiet except for the lamp's hum, but the TV glitches again, showing the bedroom, lamps glowing, my name etched in their bulbs, sparks dripping like molten wax, alive. I grab a flashlight, its beam shaky in my grip, heart pounding, and creep upstairs, the stairs creaking under my weight, air thick with that ashy stench, like light itself is burning. The bedroom lamp is scalding, my name pulsing in its glow, ash forming my face on the wall, eyes hollow, mouth open in a silent scream. I touch it, sparks searing my hands, blisters oozing, my name flickering faster a taunt. The bathroom lamp flares, my name carved deeper in the light, shadows moving, forming my body, limbs stretching, fingers clawing. I call Mia, voice breaking. The lamps are alive. She's skeptical, her text quick. Noah, it's just a power surge, chill. But I know it's not. The lamp's unnatural, tied to something ravenous, feeding on my shame, my guilt, my fear of disappearing. I search the house, my flashlight cutting through the dark, heart hammering, sweat beading on my forehead. I find a locked attic door, my name scorched into the wood, sparks hissing, spelling illuminated in jagged burns. I pry it open with a crowbar, flashlight shaking, revealing a pile of burnt-out bulbs, each etched with my name. Timestamp June 15th, 2011, glowing faintly, like dying stars. Mia arrives, banging on the door. "Noah, let me in." The flickering drowns her voice, sparks rising, burning my skin, my name blistering in the wounds. I show her the attic, her face paling, eyes wide. "We need the cops now." But Savannah police won't believe living lamps. I know it. The air grows hotter, sparks thickening, claws of light stretching, my name glowing in their arcs, the house alive, my curiosity a chain, the lamp's hunger growing, my thoughts unraveling, my mom's quiet sighs, my roommate's trust one broke, my dread of being nothing. It's 12:10 a.m., flickering deafening, a buzzing roar, the house shaking, lamps pulsing, sparks swirling, forming faces mine Mia's, eyes glowing white, claws reaching, my name blazing in their light. I drag Mia to the living room, pointing at the lamps, now flashing erratically, my name in their patterns, a strobe of terror. She screams, "This isn't real." But a spark leaps, burning her arm, ash streaming, my name seared in the wound, red and weeping. We call the police, my voice shaking, but Officer Lee's voice crackles through, skeptical. "Electrical fault? File a report." I try Paul again, his voice sharper. "You touched the attic, Noah." The lamps grow stronger. There buzz a scream, my name pulsing, shadows slashing, my name in their bite, my skin blistering, blood mixing with ash. Mia and I barricade the bedroom, my breathing ragged, sparks seeping under the door, spelling my name in glowing arcs. I find an electrician's number, Mr. Tate, in a crumpled phone book, and call, begging him to come, my voice hoarse, desperate. He arrives at 1:45 a.m., June 16th, 2011, his face lined with doubt, toolbox clanking, but the sparks swarm, claws of light snapping, ash dripping, my name glowing in their eyes. He tries cutting the power at the breaker, but the lamps laugh, a buzzing cackle, echoing my secrets, my theft, my failures, my fear of being erased, proving they're not just electricity, but something ancient, feeding on my soul. Mia, her arm blistered, shouts, "Smash the lamps!" But the sparks multiply, ash coiling, my name in the pile, the house shaking, walls scorching my thoughts, my aunt's anger, my broken promises, my isolation, fueling their power. Mr. Tate bolts, yelling, "This isn't wiring," leaving us. The lamps unstoppable. There buzz a scream, my name locking us into a fight we can't win. It's 3:05 a.m., the sparks crawling, claws chattering, ash streaming, the house a maze of flickering light, my name everywhere, pulsing alive. Mia and I stumble to the attic, sparks swarming, claws burning, ash splattering, my name searing in the wounds. We find a glowing bulb, its light pulsing like a heartbeat, and I smash it with a pipe. Sparks shattering, screams echoing my name, but more bulbs flare, claws searing my legs, ash pooling. My name burned into my flesh, raw and weeping. Mia swings a bat, smashing bulbs, ash hissing, but they reform, the buzz louder, my secrets feeding their hunger. I find a bulb with my face, its claws grabbing my skin, my name blazing in its glow, and I realize it's my fear, my guilt, anchoring me to this nightmare. I douse it with a bucket of water, screaming, the sparks shorting out, the house stilling, claws fading, my name silenced. The ash settles, but a faint flicker lingers in my eyes, my name a low hum in my vision, like a ghost in the light. Dawn breaks, June 16th, 2011, 6:30 a.m. The house quiet, Savannah's skyline shrouded in fog, my legs blistered, arms raw, the flickering gone. Neighbors gather outside, muttering about a power outage, their eyes clear, no ash, no sparks. Mia's arm is bandaged. When did that happen? And she hugs me, her voice shaky. We're okay, Noah. I leave the keys in the lockbox. Paul unreachable. His Airbnb profile vanished, like he never existed. At home, I avoid lamps, my skin tingling, my name faintly glowing in every reflection. I become an electrician, mastering circuits, moving to Atlanta. But every flickering bulb makes my heart race, my name a faint spark in my veins, a light I can't dim. Sometimes, late at night, my reflection in a window pulses, my name flickering in my pupils, a glow that follows me, whispering my sins. The bleeding sink. I'm slumped on a creaky stool in a kitchen in a cottage on Ocean Drive, Newport, Rhode Island. The air cold, salty, smelling of seaweed and something coppery, like blood pooling in the pipes, the stench twisting my gut, making my eyes sting. The sink drips a slow, wet plop, casting faint ripples across the stainless steel, my Motorola flip phone buzzing on the counter, a missed call flashing, each drip a stab in my chest. It's June 18th, 2011, 10:25 p.m. My Airbnb stay for a coastal getaway, my hands raw from kayaking, mind frayed from dodging my boss's emails and my dad's lectures about my dead-end job. I booked this seaside cozy retreat 3 weeks ago, hosted by a woman named Ellen, who left a key under a seashell and a note about tight schedules, her handwriting shaky, like she was scared. The cottage feels alive, though. The sink's dripping too steady, like it's counting my heartbeats. I've been here since morning, unpacking my duffel bag, but the drips form words, my name, Sophie, bubbling in the water. When the sink gurgles my name, blood-red drops splattering, my blood freezes, my breath shallow, like the air's turned to brine. The sink pulses, my name etched in the faucet, timestamp June 18th, 2011, 10:05 p.m. The drips hissing, smelling of iron, spelling my secrets, lying to my boss about sick days, failing my promotion, my fear of drowning in Newport's waves, lost forever. I touch the faucet, hands trembling, fingers slick with cold water, but the bathroom sink gurgles, my name clearer, water turning crimson, forming my silhouette in the basin, eyes hollow, mouth bleeding. My friend Liam texts my phone, voice frantic. Sophie, that sink in your Airbnb is glowing red. It's timestamp June 17th, 2011, 10:35 p.m., with a photo of the cottage window, my shadow inside, my name in the water, pulsing alive. The air thickens, pipes groaning, shadows rippling, drips chanting my name, hungry, like something ancient trapped in the plumbing, clawing to escape. I check the front door, my boots slipping on the tile, heart pounding like a storm. It's locked, but wet scratches mark the frame. My name in the wood, blood seeping like tears, dripping with purpose. A shadow moves outside, too fluid, eyes glowing red through the fog, water trails slithering, whispering Sophie in a gurgling hiss. I dial Ellen's number, fingers fumbling, but her voice crackles. Sophie, don't touch the sink. Her tone sharp, unlike her Airbnb messages, laced with dread. My phone buzzes, a voicemail from an unknown number, a watery chant of my name, mixed with my own breathing, recorded inside the cottage, like the pipes are listening. My skin stings, cuts opening on my arms, blood mixing with water, like the sink's hunger is slicing me. My pulse a frantic drumbeat matching its drips. Liam texts, I'm driving over. But the radio crackles, playing static, my name in the noise, water bubbling alive. The cottage hums, pipes rattling, shadows curling into watery claws, my name in their grip, my thoughts fraying, my mom's disappointment, failing my career, my fear of sinking, pulling me deeper, the sink's hunger a trap closing in. I'm shaking, pacing the living room, the dripping louder, my name a gurgle, like liquid in my skull. It's 11 p.m., the cottage silent except for the sink's pulse, but the radio glitches, playing the kitchen, sink's glowing red, my name etched in the water, blood swirling alive. I grab a flashlight, its beam wavering, heart pounding, and creep to the bathroom, the floorboards creaking, air thick with that coppery stench, like blood flowing through the walls. The bathroom sink is clogged, my name pulsing in the red water, blood forming my face, eyes wide, mouth dripping. I touch it, water burning my hands, cuts oozing, my name gurgling louder a taunt. The basement sink gurgles, my name carved deeper in the pipes, shadows moving, forming my body, limbs flowing, fingers clawing. I call Liam, voice breaking. The sinks are alive. He's skeptical, texting. Sophie, it's just bad plumbing. I know it's paranormal. The sink's unnatural, tied to something ravenous, feeding on my shame, my guilt, my fear of drowning. I search the cottage, flashlight cutting through the dark, heart hammering, sweat mixing with the salty air. I find a locked basement door, my name scratched in the wood, blood hissing, spelling submerged in wet streaks. I pry it open with a wrench, flashlight shaking, revealing a pile of rusted pipes, each etched with my name, timestamp June 18th, 2011, dripping red like veins. Liam arrives, pounding the door. Sophie, open up. But the dripping drowns him, water rising, slashing my skin, my name bleeding in the cuts. I show him the basement, his face paling, eyes wide. We need the cops. But Newport police won't believe living sinks. The air grows colder, water thickening, claws of blood stretching. My name in the drips, the cottage alive, my curiosity a chain, the sink's hunger growing, my thoughts unraveling, my dad's anger, my broken trust, my dread of being swept away. It's 12:15 a.m., the dripping deafening, a gurgling roar, the cottage shaking, sinks pulsing, blood swirling, forming faces mine Liam's, eyes glowing red, claws reaching, my name blazing in the water. I drag Liam to the kitchen, pointing at the sinks, now overflowing, my name in their patterns, a flood of terror. He screams, "This isn't real." But a bloody drip slashes his arm, blood streaming, my name in the wound, red and raw. We call the police, my voice trembling, but Officer Hayes scoffs. Plumbing leak? Call a professional. I try Ellen again, her voice sharper. You touch the basement, Sophie. The sinks grow stronger, their gurgle a scream, my name pulsing, shadows slashing, my name in their bite, my skin bleeding, water mixing with blood. Liam and I barricade the bathroom, my breathing ragged, water seeping under, spelling my name in crimson streaks. I find a plumber's number, Mr. Walsh, in a soggy phone book, and call, begging him to come, my voice hoarse. He arrives at 1:50 a.m., June 19th, 2011, his face skeptical, wrench clanking, but the water swarms, claws of blood snapping, red dripping, my name glowing in their eyes. He tries shutting off the main valve, but the sinks laugh, a gurgling cackle, echoing my secrets, my lies, my failures, my fear of drowning, proving they're not just pipes, but something ancient, feeding on my soul. Liam, bleeding, shouts, "Break the sinks!" But the water multiplies, blood coiling, my name in the flood, the cottage shaking, walls weeping, my thoughts, my dad's lectures, my broken promises, my isolation, fueling their power. Mr. Walsh flees, yelling, "This isn't plumbing!" Leaving us, the sinks unstoppable, their gurgle a scream, my name locking us into a fight we can't win. It's 3:10 a.m., the water crawling, claws chattering, blood streaming, the cottage a maze of crimson floods, my name everywhere, pulsing alive. Liam and I stumble to the basement, water swarming, claws slashing, blood splattering, my name bleeding in the wounds. We find a rusted pipe, its water glowing red, and I smash it with a sledgehammer, water bursting, screams echoing my name, but more pipes gurgle, claws cutting my legs, blood pooling, my name carved in my flesh, raw and weeping. Liam swings a crowbar, smashing pipes, blood hissing, but they reform, the gurgle louder, my secrets feeding their hunger. I find a pipe of my face, claws grabbing my skin, my name blazing in its flow, and I realize it's my fear, my guilt, anchoring me to this nightmare. I pour salt into the water, screaming, the blood clouding, the cottage stilling, claws fading, my name silenced. The water recedes, but a faint gurgle lingers in my throat, my name a hum in my lungs, like a tide that won't ebb. Dawn breaks, June 19th, 2011, 6:35 a.m. The cottage quiet. Newport's waves crashing softly. My legs bleeding, arms raw, the dripping gone. Neighbors gather, muttering about a water main break. Their eyes clear. No blood, no water. Liam's arm is bandaged and he grips my shoulder. We made it, Sophie. I leave the keys under the seashell. Ellen unreachable, her Airbnb profile gone, like she was never real. At home, I avoid sinks, my skin tingling, my name faintly bubbling in every faucet. I become a plumber, mastering pipes, moving to Providence, but every dripping tap makes my heart race. My name a faint gurgle in my throat, a tide I can't escape. Sometimes, in the mirror, my reflection ripples, my name bubbling in my eyes, a flood that follows me, whispering my sins. The humming wires. I'm sprawled on a creaky bed in an apartment on Cedar Street, Albuquerque, New Mexico. The air dry, hot, smelling of dust and something electric, like wires burning in the walls, the stench stinging my nose, making my eyes water. The wires hum, a low, vibrating buzz, casting faint sparks across the plaster walls. My Samsung flip phone buzzing on the nightstand, a text flashing, each hum a jolt in my chest. It's June 21st, 2011, 10:30 p.m. My Airbnb stay for a work conference. My hands sore from typing reports, mind frayed from dodging deadlines, and my sister's rants about my obsessive workaholic life. I booked this modern desert loft 2 weeks ago, hosted by a guy named Marcus, who left a key under a cactus pot and a note about AC settings, his handwriting sloppy, like he was in a rush. The apartment feels alive, though, the wires humming too rhythmic, like a pulse in the walls. I've been here since yesterday, sitting on my laptop, but the hum forms words, my name, Ethan, crackling in the air. When the wire spark my name, arcs of light spelling it out, my blood chills, my breath shallow, like the air's turned to static. The wires pulse, my name etched in the outlets, timestamp June 21st, 2011, 10:10 p.m. The hum crackling, smelling of ozone, spelling my secrets, fudging my expense reports, missing my niece's birthday, my fear of burning out in Albuquerque's heat, forgotten like ash. I touch an outlet, hands trembling, fingers tingling with static, but the bedroom wires flare, my name brighter, sparks forming my silhouette on the wall, eyes glowing, mouth crackling. My coworker Jenna texts my phone, voice panicked. Ethan, those wires in your Airbnb are sparking weird. It's timestamped June 20th, 2011, 10:40 p.m., with a photo of the apartment window, my shadow inside, my name in the sparks, pulsing alive. The air thickens, wires buzzing, shadows flickering, hum chanting my name, hungry, like something ancient trapped in the circuits, clawing to break free. I check the front door, my shoes scuffing the tile, heart pounding like a drum. It's locked, but burn marks scar the frame. My name in the plaster, sparks trailing like embers, whispering Ethan in a crackling hiss. A shadow moves outside, too sharp, eyes glowing blue through the blinds, wire trails slithering, humming my name. I dial Marcus's number, fingers slipping, but his voice crackles. Ethan, don't touch the wires. His tone sharp, unlike his Airbnb messages, edged with fear. My phone buzzes, a voicemail from an unknown number, a humming chant of my name, mixed with my own breathing, recorded inside the apartment, like the walls are wired to listen. My skin burns, sparks jumping to my arms, burns forming, red and raw, like the wire's hunger is searing me, my pulse a frantic drumbeat matching their hum. Jenna texts, I'm coming over. But the TV flickers on, unplugged, showing the living room, wires pulsing, my name in the sparks, electricity arcing alive. The apartment hums, walls vibrating, shadows curling into sparking claws, my name in their grip, my thoughts fraying, my mom's worry, failing my team, my fear of breaking, pulling me deeper, the wire's hunger a trap snapping shut. I'm trembling, pacing the hallway, the humming louder, my name a crackle, like static in my skull. It's 11:05 p.m. The apartment's silent except for the wires buzz, but the TV glitches, showing the bedroom, wires glowing, my name etched in the sparks, arcs dripping like lightning alive. I grab a flashlight, its beam shaky, heart pounding, and creep to the utility closet, the floor creaking, air thick with that ozone stench, like electricity burning. The bedroom outlet is hot, my name pulsing in its sparks, electricity forming my face, eyes wide, mouth sparking. I touch it, sparks burning my hands, burns oozing, my name humming louder a taunt. The kitchen wires flare, my name carved deeper in the circuits, shadows moving, forming my body, limbs crackling, fingers clawing. I call Jenna, voice breaking. The wires are alive. She's skeptical, texting, "Ethan, it's just faulty wiring." But I know it's paranormal. The wire's unnatural, tied to something ravenous, feeding on my shame, my guilt, my fear of burning out. I search the apartment, flashlight cutting through the dark, heart hammering, sweat beating in the dry heat. I find a locked utility door, my name burned in the metal, sparks hissing, spelling charged in jagged arcs. I pry it open with a screwdriver, flashlight shaking, revealing a tangle of exposed wires, each etched with my name. Timestamped June 21st, 2011, sparking blue, like live veins. Jenna arrives, banging the door. "Ethan, let me in." But the humming drowns her, sparks rising, burning my skin, my name searing in the burns. I show her the utility closet, her face paling, eyes wide. "We need the cops." But Albuquerque police won't believe living wires. The air grows hotter, sparks thickening, claws of electricity stretching. My name in the arcs, the apartment alive, my curiosity a chain, the wire's hunger growing, my thoughts unraveling, my sister's anger, my broken promises, my dread of burning away. It's 12:20 a.m., a humming deafening, a crackling roar, the apartment shaking, wires pulsing, sparks swirling, forming faces mine Jenna's, eyes glowing blue, claws reaching, my name blazing in the electricity. I drag Jenna to the living room, pointing at the wires, now sparking erratically, my name in their patterns, a storm of terror. She screams, "This isn't real!" But a spark leaps, burning her arm, electricity streaming, my name in the burn, red and raw. We call the police, my voice trembling, but Officer Cruz scoffs. "Electrical fire? Evacuate." I try Marcus again, his voice sharper. "You touched the utility closet, Ethan." The wires grow stronger, their hum a scream, my name pulsing, shadows slashing, my name in their bite, my skin burning, sparks mixing with blood. Jenna and I barricade the bedroom, my breathing ragged, sparks seeping through the walls, spelling my name in blue arcs. I find an electrician's number, Mr. Lopez, in a tattered phone book, and call, begging him to come, my voice hoarse. He arrives at 1:55 a.m., June 22nd, 2011, his face skeptical, toolbox rattling, but the sparks swarm, claws of electricity snapping, arcs dripping, my name glowing in their eyes. He tries cutting the main power, but the wires laugh, a crackling cackle, echoing my secrets, my fudged reports, my missed family time, my fear of burning out, proving they're not just circuits, but something ancient, feeding on my soul. Jenna, burned, shouts, "Cut the wires!" But the sparks multiply, electricity coiling, my name in the storm, the apartment shaking, walls scorching my thoughts, my sister's lectures, my broken trust, my isolation, fueling their power. Mr. Lopez flees, yelling, "This isn't wiring!" Leaving us, the wires unstoppable, their hum a scream, my name locking us into a fight we can't win. It's 3:15 a.m., the sparks crawling, claws chattering, electricity streaming, the apartment a maze of blue arcs, my name everywhere, pulsing alive. Jenna and I stumble to the utility closet, sparks swarming, claws burning, electricity splattering, my name searing in the burns. We find a glowing wire, its arcs pulsing like a heartbeat, and I cut it with insulated pliers, sparks bursting, screams echoing my name, but more wires flare, claws burning my legs, electricity pooling, My name burned in my flesh, raw and weeping. Jenna swings a hammer, smashing outlets, sparks hissing, but they reform, the hum louder, my secrets feeding their hunger. I find a wire with my face, claws grabbing my skin, my name blazing in its arcs, and I realize it's my fear, my guilt, anchoring me to this nightmare. I wrap it in rubber tape, screaming, the sparks grounding, the apartment nonetheless, claws fading, my name silenced. The electricity dies, but a faint hum lingers in my ears, my name a buzz in my nerves, like a charge that won't fade. Dawn breaks, June 22nd, 2011, 6:40 a.m. The apartment quiet, Albuquerque's desert glowing red. My legs burned, arms raw, the humming gone. Neighbors gather, muttering about a power surge. Their eyes clear, no sparks, no arcs. Jenna's arm is bandaged and she grips my hand. We're okay, Ethan. I leave the keys under the cactus pot. Marcus unreachable, his Airbnb profile gone, like he was never real. At home, I avoid outlets, my skin tingling, my name faintly crackling in every socket. I become a solar technician, mastering clean energy, moving to Tucson, but every humming wire makes my heart race. My name a faint buzz in my ears, a charge I can't discharge. Sometimes, in the dark, my reflection in a screen sparks, my name flickering in my eyes, a current that follows me, whispering my sins.